Snapchat. Instagram. I wish I had the helmet to put on right now so I could do it.
That's the only thing I forgot from the collection. Welcome back to Rewind with B. Schwitty, because was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? Today, I'm here with Rich Hartenberger. This is another Wine with Industry friend. So this is Rich Hartenberger, owner and operator and winemaker at MIdnight Cellars.
Truly.
He's MIdnight Cellars has been around in Paso Robles, California for 22 years now.
22 years.
Although this sign says 20 years.
That was 2 years ago.
True. And I just was interested in how did MIdnight Cellars start?
Well, let me tell you something, Brandon. Back a long time ago, 22 years, we had the crazy idea as a family to chuck it all. We lived in Chicago at the time. Move out to California and start a winery. How cool does that sound, right? I was 29 years old, working hard in Chicago. I don't know why I did it, to be honest with you. I'm not going to cry on your show, though. It seemed like a good idea at the time.
Feel free to let it out.
My dad had always been kind of the instigator of it, and he was getting retired at an earlier age than he wanted to be, and they were giving him a decent amount of money to go away. So he decided that this was a fun way of spending his final years and retirement years and coming together as a family.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I wish I had a situation like that.
This wine's good, though.
Yeah. What are we drinking? It's
something
white.
I think we're drinking our 2016 Aurora, which is our Rhone blend. A little Grenache Blanc.
Oh yeah. And I know this. And Viognier from Caliza. And well, I know there's Grenache Blanc and Viognier in there.
That's on the radio.
Castor song. Yeah. For those of you that don't know, I was on the radio a couple weeks ago, and I couldn't remember the third varietal in this blend.
Assistant winemaker.
I know, it's bad. It's been a long harvest day for you today.
It's been a long week.
That's true.
We've had temperatures exceeding 110 degrees all week, which is not common for the area. We do get warm, but it really hasn't been cooling off at night either. So it's really been just a grueling start to harvest with all this heat. The sugar's peaked. People are panicking. Mass picking, so we had grapes every day this week, and we had grapes today, Saturday, grapes tomorrow, Sunday, grapes Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and Thursday of next week too. So we're in for the harvest right now,
and wow,
which is why I look really smelly.
It's authentic.
This is real authentic.
I don't mean you're always sweaty and smelly. I just mean like you're like literally we picked him off of the press just now.
Laying on the pad, almost dead. They closed me down and brought me in. Probably saved my life.
And what were the first couple of years of winemaking like for you? Did you just go at it all?
No, we hired a consultant back in the day, Nick Martin, from what used to be the Martin Brothers, became Martin and Ware Winery later. He worked with me for the first couple of years, and then he left, and Vic Roberts from Victor Hugo Cellars was my consultant for, I still call him every so often, even after all this time. He's one of the pros in the industry. He's like serious and like a grown-up.
Cool. And so you made your first couple vintages, obviously hit wild success.
Something like that.
But no, like you're here 22 years later and still making
wine. How old were you 22 years ago?
I was 5.
So 5 years old when we started this winery.
Yeah, I'm 6 maybe.
God.
I was 6.
No, it's all good. We've had a blast doing it. It's a great lifestyle, if not a wealth-making machine.
Well, is that what you would say is your favorite part of the industry, the lifestyle?
You know what? Funny enough, as ridiculous as this season is, it's harvest. Harvest is really what makes this fun. It's all kind of a camaraderie with people in the area. Everybody's in the same boat. Everybody's tired. Everyone's hairy.
Well, if you could see.
Yeah, we're starting our harvest beards.
And it's just kind of it's exciting. It's when all the wines are made. You can do what you want over the rest of the course of the year about changing oaks and maintaining the wines, but the wines are truly made when you pick them, and then when you press them, and then when you put them in the barrel. They're done, basically.
Do you have a favorite varietal?
No, I do not have a favorite varietal. We make a lot of wines here, so we make, 10, 12, 14 different wines here, blends, varietals. They're all fun. I drink them all. I taste them all.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I would say it all depends on, if it's hot, I'll drink a little white wine. And it's hot. I don't know if we mentioned if it's hot. It's hot.
It's just so hot. Was there like, I interviewed Hal earlier, and he said there was the 1995 Cab Franc was the moment that he realized that wine is like this thing, this nebulous, super interesting. He used none of these adjectives. Like amazing thing that blew his mind, and he had to learn more about it. Was there any one wine like that for you?
There's every so often. The Cabernet Franc was a super fun wine, that 95. That was really like the first wine that we made, period, from grapes to bottle. And it just turned out so nice that we were just like, man, this is going to be great. Every wine we make is going to be like some legendary wine. It didn't quite work out that way. But every so often, that 01 Cab was a super fun wine. The 97 Mare back in its day, man, that was a really good wine. So yeah, over the course of the years, you always kind of stumble across the blind squirrel wines.
And do you have a favorite wine region, maybe other than Paso?
If you had to go other than Paso, Paso is my favorite wine region. Bordeaux would have to be way up there. Sonoma, Dry Creek, Russian River Valley, that whole... I just love the wines from up there, which is kind of the reason we're in this business. We tried to buy a winery up there when we got started, but they just weren't as welcoming as they were here. They were very willing to help. We were 30th winery in the area back in '95, and there's 350 wineries or something crazy now. So it's been a part of a big resurgence, a big growing region. So it's been a lot of fun to be part of that as well.
I might be biased, but I would say it's the wine region to look out for in California.
I would have to say as well.
And my final question is, what's the average day like for an owner-operator and winemaker?
The answer to that question is that there is not an average day. Different things need to get done on different days. Obviously, we're in harvest now, so harvest takes priority. The wines still need to be sold, and the fact that I'm the sales manager also, got to get that done. I'm also the one that everyone calls boss, so I'm supposed to be managing.
If you didn't
things.
catch that in the beginning, he's my boss at my real job.
That's why he's being nice to me right now.
And I guess is there anything you want to talk about from Midnight that's doing well, or?
Well, we got it's kind of fun. We harvested the estate Chardonnay on
yesterday.
Was it only yesterday?
Yes, it was only
God. Yesterday.
Oh.
So with the heat, a lot of the other stuff's coming on. So the estate vineyard, in my personal opinion, is one of the nicer vineyards in the entire world. I'll go that far with it. And getting fruit off of it is always really fun because you get some of the best looking fruit of the year over and over and over. So it's fun to make wine from our estate vineyard. We have 30 acres planted. You could just see it just over there.
As the crow flies.
As the crow flies.
I always like to say that.
So we don't get much fruit off that place, but we do get some of the higher quality fruit that we get.
Some would say the best in the area.
Some would say the best in the whole world.
Absolutely. So you can find more about Rich, his family, and the whole Midnight Cellars experience online at midnightcellars.com. You could even order wine there if you're so interested, because...
Please.
Yeah. Let's for the 14 people that will watch this, please.
We'll take it though. 14's better than nothing.
Right?
Right.
And this is a backlog. So in the future, when I do start getting more people watching, they'll go back and be like, "Oh, Midnight Cellars, how cool!" And
We know
then
them.
We'll have to do another interview down the line.
I'm in.
Cool.
Easy peasy.
And you'll see Rich in a future episode, but we're going to do a blind wine challenge on canned rosé, bagged rosé, and bottled rosé, and see if we could taste the difference. And it's all crappy rosé, so
Compelling.
we probably won't. Yes. That's what the viewers come to me for. Anyways, my name is B. Schwitty, still not having a sign-off. Catch you next time.
Cheers.
Cheers.